Shalom, shalom, call halal Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rachakwadash, Yahweh being the true name of the Father as the word we calls God, Yahweh Shai being the true name of the Son as the word we calls Jesus Christ. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect and to the brothers that's pushing this truth in sincerity. And shalom to the brothers and sisters that's listening and learning. It's your brother Labar coming at you with another lesson in truth. And we get into this whole black and white thing. Black and white, if you didn't know, is not a national, race of people. That was all created, to put, the stigma that comes along with that. White is representation towards something good, holy, clean, positive, so on and so forth. We're gonna get into that as well. And black is associated with something negative, evil, demonic, wicked. So that's why they put those labels, identity on you now, and they put their identity on themselves. So this is the white lie. All right. So let's get into it. We're going to open up with some scriptures. All right, this is the part of the Bible that they took out. All right, this is the book of 2nd Ezra 6 and 28. All right, let's jump up. Okay, at the very top, the book of 2nd Ezra 6 and 28. As for faith, it shall flourish, right? So the belief in this truth is going to flourish at a time, right? When that time, corruption shall be overcome. So what is corruption? You know what I'm saying? Just like how it's saying, corruption is all the lies and deception and deceit and confusion that's on our people. They're waking up to their identity and the truth, which had been so long without fruit. So the truth, all this stuff been lies to you, man. It's been hidden. It's been secret. You didn't know who you was. They call you a crayon color and you accepted that. All right. Which shall be declared. So it's being declared by the power and spirit of Yahweh Shai. All right. So let's move on to the next scripture. Jeremiah 17 and 4. Okay. And this is for the so-called Jews, the Israelites, that they was going to lose their identity. And it's a twofold scripture. It's the book of Jeremiah 17 and 4. Even thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thy heritage. What is your heritage, man? That's your culture, your identity, your race. You was going to discontinue for that. So this is one of the prophecies that was going to happen to the real Israelites. So the people that's in that land right now can't be the true Israelites. They never was discontinued from thine heritage. All right. That I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies. All right. So they haven't went into no slavery. And it was heavily documented that the so-called black men went into slavery on ships, man. And you had so-called black people already in America, North, Central, and South America was, Native Americans and Mayans, them were our people too. And these were brown flesh people for the most. They took them into slavery too. Okay? Serve thy enemy. So is the so-called white man not our enemy? Come on, man. In the land which thou knowest not. So we didn't know this land. This was a new land that we were taken to. But ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. So this is the curses that we're under right now, that we wouldn't know who we were today. This would be one of the indicators for the so-called, Jews. So let's go here. I want to show you. Go to a piece of information. Okay, so this lady here is the author of this book, and you can go get that book, or you can look it up. Birth of a White Nation, Jacqueline Patoro, something like that. All right, and this lady is a professor of sociology, man. So she would know, and she's an attorney, so she's a professor of sociology, and she's gonna go into this information, man. That's it's a bombshell, man. Let's go into it.
White people did not exist before 1681. Again, white people did not exist on planet Earth until 1681.
All right, you hear what she's saying? 1681, there was no such thing as so-called white people, right? And there was no such thing as so-called black people, man. This was a new creation and what these things mean, all right? To keep you at the bottom, keep you oppressed, right? This had many things when they did this, and also to keep our people lost to their identity, that they wouldn't know who they were today, and they would associate themselves with a crayon color, man. Or say, our people say, "Oh, I'm not black," you know, I'm African American. That's even more confusion. And if you want to, identify us with a crayon color, if you look at our skin, we various shades of brown. So why they didn't call us brown people? That would be more accurate if you want to use a crayon color to describe a people. So no, it was an agenda. So let's get back into this video.
Number two, any claim that this group called white people, any claim that that group is rooted in biology or derived from genes or biology or is innate or is from nature is a lie.
Okay, you heard what she said. That is a bald-faced lie, man. So you got to ask yourself, where did this come from? And with our people, we know it takes time for you to break certain things, but our people are we go in cycles, man, and that's why breaking the cycle it's deep, and it takes a lot of mental strength to do that because it's not easy to do. If you've been doing something a certain way your whole life, it's almost impossible to change that, man. It has to be a spiritual thing inside of you and say, you know what, can't continue to do this. So let's go into this information, this article, then we're gonna see where this white and black narrative come from. All right, and we're gonna go into what those things represent as well. And they are really red people. In the Bible, it described them right on the money. They are red people, man. And their nationality or their race would be Edomites. That's the proper term to call them, and will be considered Israelites. So when you say Edomites, that word Edom means red. All right, means red in the Hebrew tongue, if I'm not mistaken. All right, and when you say Edomite, ITES, they're just saying that they descend from their forefather Esau. All right, so let's get into it. The Virginians legislated a new class of people into existence. The whites, you see it, a new class of people into existence, man. All right, the whites that gave the whites certain rights and took other rights from blacks. All right, white as a language of race appears in Virginia around 1680 and seems to first appear in Virginia law in 1691. So this is when they declared themselves white people, man. 1691. And thus whiteness and to a degree as well as blackness. So that was the counter. All right. They classified themselves as white and they classified you as black. Was born in the mind of America. So that's where this comes from, man. So they go to show you that everything that you learn, you got to scrap it. It's been a lie. All right. Okay. So let's get into what those things mean. What is associated with white? I got this old dictionary. Okay. We'll go into that word white. Why did they do this? All right. White, religious symbol of light, joy, purity, innocence. We're going to read that again. White, religious symbol of light, joy, purity, innocence, and holiness, man. That's why they understood what that meant. Why did they label you as black? And that's a generational curse that's on us when we continue to do this. So hopefully you can break that cycle, man. If it's in your mind, your mentality to do this, man, you have to have a strong mind. All right. So we're gonna go to the definition black. This is why they labeled you black for what this means. This is no race of people. And we various shades of brown if you want to be particular. Black, religious symbol of mourning, death, sin, I underline sin, sickness, and evil. And a lot of these Christianity doctrines, from Jehovah's Witness, Mormonism, so on and so forth, they say that our skin is a curse onto us, man. And that's facts. That's in that actually doctrine, all right? That our skin is a curse, man. Which is, it's a lot. Their skin is a curse. They clean lepers, man. Okay, so let's get into some more information. We're gonna go into who they really are. And the Bible pinpointed these devils, man. All right. So the Bible has the origin of all history, all people, everything, man. It's just been manipulated and lied to you. You know, Genesis 25 and 23. So who are these people that call themselves white people? And the Lord said unto her, so this is Rebecca, okay, and she was pregnant with two kids. 2 nations are in thy womb. So 2 nations are in her womb. All right. 2 separate people, even though they come from the same mother. This specifies, say, 2 nations in thy womb. This was a prophecy. And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. 2 manner of people. That's another key part. They're gonna be 2 different kind of people. You look at a so-called white man, so-called black man, 2 different whole set of people. The things they do and the things we do is totally different. Now you have a lot of our people have been culturally assimilated and they follow the things they do, but we're gonna get into that in the lesson. All right. And one people shall be stronger than the other. So we're stronger than these people, man. You take the average so-called black man, average so-called white man, it ain't even no fight. And the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days were to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. So these were twins. And the first came out red. That's why you call them red, down south. We call them rednecks. And they turn red when, for the most, when they get into the sun or any kind of emotions, man. Their blood shows forth through their skin. It's transparent, right? And all over like a hairy garment. And they should call his name Esau. So that was their forefather, man. Esau. 26, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name is called Jacob. So that's how you get the Israelites, man. So Jacob got his name, later changed to Israel, and he had 12 sons. That's what we descend from. And Isaac was 60 years old when she bare them. And why didn't it describe how Jacob looked? Because he looked like everybody else. It was dark, brown flesh, dark flesh people. All right. So let me show you one thing before I close it out. One more thing. Okay, I still got a little time. And if somebody said, well, that's not possible, we're going to show you. All things must be proven, right? This is twins, man. And this is a so-called, to your right, so-called black woman, right? This would be perceived to be a so-called black woman. And to the left, a so-called white woman, if you're just looking at them, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is Jacob and Esau. So this is possible, man. And we showing you, then it's not the only case. There's many cases like this, man. You can just search them, you know. And you can see here, that'll be a good one. These twins, man. You see one like a so-called black man, one like a so-called white man. So they go your Esau and Jacob. So at that time, that's what happened. And what happened that these people were very, the wicked, man. And they reclassified themselves as being white people and classified you as being black for who those things represent. As we went into that opening video, did nobody, white is not a nationality, it's a race of people. All right. So hopefully this lesson was edifying. Kohala Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushua, Ba'ashim, Rakwadah, Shalom.